I want to make this announcement, and I want to make it crystal clear to all of you. So I want you to listen up. You will be watched. You will be paid attention to. For about 1 year. Oh, and I'm serious about this. It will be 1 year until you are allowed to watch short 1-minute videos on YouTube. 1 year. One year. You know, I put a post out on my channel. I have a metaphor. Sayberg. I say berged once again. And if I ever say berg, if I ever spoil something, abuse something, I forget the other letters. But if I, do anything that falls under those letters, there will have to be a quarantine. And speak of the devil, we just had a quarantine a couple of years ago. What happens when a virus spreads? There has to be a quarantine. What happens when you say berg? You have to quarantine from it. Unless you just want to keep doing the same things over and over again in patterns that don't serve you and continue to feel the lack of interest and the guilt and the just draining, low feeling of being pulled down and being exhausted. I can go in many directions with this. I really could. You need to be careful with shorts, or reels or TikTok videos or those really, really short videos. They are addictive. You watch one, oh, they're like candy, so you end up watching another. One after another after another. And so you all need to be careful and mindful of what you watch and when you need to, what you decide to watch. Choose what you watch. Don't just, any random thing. I'm just going to choose to watch it because it's the next one on the list and I have to watch this because I want to catch up, to what I missed. And yeah, it's there and I better watch it and I better get checked off the list and just get through it. That motive has to be thrown out of the window. Because I can tell you that motive is going to hurt you. It is going to make you feel lower, lack of abundance. I have done so many things this year in 2022 that I deeply regret. Far more than 2020. I mean, I had all the guilt in 2020. I mean, I couldn't look at my bookshelf because I felt guilty about the books that I never finished reading. But here's the big difference, and I have written this out on the post. I put this out there already so I can say it without holding it inside. You can give books away. You can give them away to a charity or Goodwill or lend them to a friend or whatever the reasoning may be. You cannot just give away videos off the internet. You cannot just delete them from the internet. Other people's videos, you can't delete them from the internet. They are always going to be there. So you might as well feel good about those videos if they're always going to be there. It's almost like if you were in a relationship with someone or in a situation that you're stuck in for a time, and instead of being negative, instead of it all being so negative and so, this and that, then, turn that person into a friend rather than an enemy. That said, this is really one of those tallies. This is really, I'm Wayward Pines, and the wall just got just a little bit of a crack in it. And we don't want the electric barbed wire to just be depleted from it, and then the abbeys come in, the aberrations come in, and then devour everyone. So there are really, the more and more that I do, the more the line grows thin. The line between, just watching something just for the sake of wanting to watch and being really interested in it, and just out of the purity of your heart, wanting to watch it for a reason, wanting to get meaning out of it, wanting to learn from it, get intellectual and emotional nourishment out of it, whatever it is, as opposed to going through the motions and, Sayberging it, really. So you either Sayberg something, or you get something out of it, and you're not just doing one after the other and then, wasting your time. Quite honestly, I feel emotionally and mentally exhausted and in a state of lack. I can't believe this is going to come out of my mouth. I'd rather do things to people that were mean, that were hurtful. I'd rather say something that had no filter. I'd rather do anything. And then I'd go back to all that I have, all that I can go back to. It's like ruining your home environment. It's like not having a bed that you feel good about sleeping in. These are things which involve you having the accessibility to them in which you can go back to them, and you don't feel good and abundant about them. I find that a problem. I find that a very, very serious problem. I wish that people who design technology would set the healthy limitations in place and would make things less addictive. Okay, I'm coming. I really wish they did that. They're kind of setting up, a monster to some regards. So it is easy to just fall down the hole and start doing one thing after the other, watching one short 1-minute video after the other. Losing its value, complete fluff. And I believe that videos should have value and should have meaning. And in order for that to happen, it cannot be Sayberg. Saber-tooth. The saber-tooth tiger, destructive. Doing Sayberging is destructive. So think of it that way. There's also another little bit of info that I have to give to you tonight, and I will be filming the weekly announcements tomorrow. And it will hopefully be much better of a video than last time. I apologize, but then I don't apologize.